Hi everybody, and welcome back to the many adventures of Mama Toph with me, Mama Toph. So today, if you can't tell, is going to be very Disney themed. Today, we are going to talk about all of the really amazing things that you can do with small children, like little babies, little infants, to probably toddlers in Disneyland in California. So, let's get started. So, first of all, not a lot of people know that this even exists, and to my surprise, I also did not know that this even existed in Disneyland until I became a mother. It's just not one of those things that you probably even think to look into until you actually need something like this, which would be the nursing and baby room.
Everything you could possibly need for your baby in one spot.
Now, it is located right at the end of Main Street, USA, directly behind the photo supply company. It's just kind of hidden there. There isn't really a little sign or anything. There's, I think, information on the window before you walk in, but it's basically like the go-to place for if you have small children. Now, the types of things that they have in there that are really amazingly convenient for you is there's a private nursing room. So if you're a mother and you're breastfeeding your child and you want somewhere private to go, somewhere quiet and nice and calming where you can go and breastfeed your child without other people being around and stuff, it's just a very small closed off room inside of the baby center.
When you walk in, there's a cute little lobby, and right behind that wall on the right is the nursing room.
With a curtain, and it's very quiet and nice and cool in there, air conditioned and everything, and it's really nice to be able to, let me tell you, it is very nice to be able to have some place like that you can go to that's not away from the hustle and bustle of everybody else out in the park, and quietly nurse your child. Now, my son was only 4 months old when we took him. So I am still breastfeeding, but it was just amazing. I mean, who knew that they had a secret place for moms to come and nurse their babies, right? And beyond the nursing, even if you're not nursing your child, so what other things they have in this place, the nursing room, or the nursing and baby center, is a toddler-sized toilet seat. Literally, they have a bathroom, so if you have a baby or a toddler that's potty training, which I did, at the time my daughter was 2.5, almost 3, and so I could take her and my niece, who was the same age, me and my sister-in-law could whisk our children to the baby center bathroom, and there was a little miniature-sized toilet, literally like a little child toilet that they could sit on that was their size. And they thought it was amazing. I mean, who wouldn't think that's amazing? It's a little baby-sized toilet for them to use. And it's a regular toilet that you can flush and everything, but it's just for them. Same exact room at the baby center. There are changing tables. There are little sinks and stuff where you can wash your hands, places where you can dispose of diapers. There's a little kitchen where you can heat up formula or food or whatever.
There's 3 separate changing tables in the changing room.
There are high chairs there that you can use to put your child in, so you don't have to cart anything around with them. They even sell diapers and baby food and baby wipes in the baby center, so if for some reason you forgot to bring your diapers or wipes, or you've run out during the day, which, I mean, you're busy and you're in a park and you're moving around a lot, so if you run out, you don't have to leave the entire park, walk across the street to some kind of convenience store, gas station, or wherever the closest place you can buy them is. You can buy diapers and wipes and baby food inside the baby center. They have it there so that you can buy it. Who knew, right? I mean, how convenient is that? I mean, if you don't have kids, it's hard to understand how amazingly convenient and wonderful that is, but it is absolutely awesome. And who the heck knew until you actually look into it? But, I mean, it's amazing. So, the baby center located, it's basically hiding kind of at the end of Main Street. When you're walking down Main Street, USA, and you get to the end when you're walking towards the castle in the hub, it's right off to the right behind the photo center. So the little door's right there. You just go right in, and there's courtesy women, cast members inside there that work inside of there, and it's their job to help you find anything you could possibly need baby-wise while you're inside of there. So absolutely check it out. If you have kids or you have any of those needs, go to the baby center. It's amazing. So check it out. Second of all, something that not everybody knows about, that is very convenient for you if you're going into the park with small children that may not be able to ride some of the bigger rides, is the family switch pass. Now, if you don't know what the switch pass is, it's basically like if you're there and it's just you and your husband, and you've got one kid that can go on the ride or no kids that can go on the ride, and somebody has to stay with the kids while other people can go ride. What you do is you go up to the cast member, you tell them that you need a family switch pass, and then they'll give you switch pass. You go on the ride like you would normally do, either wait in line or whatever. Usually you wait in line, and then when you get up to the nearest cast member, you ask them if they have a family switch pass. They'll give it to you. When you get off the ride, you go out immediately, hand it to your spouse. They take it. It's like a fast pass, but it's special for a family switch pass. They walk all the way up to the next cast member at the very same ride. You give it to them, and they get to go on the ride too. So it's very nice. It's kind of like having a fast pass, but not, you don't have to stand in line. You go on, one person has to stand in line, and then the other person who's waiting with the kids immediately goes on the ride right after it. So all you have to do is ask a cast member about it at the particular ride that you are going on, and they will be able to give it to you.
This is a photo example of the rider switch pass. It allows up to 3 people to come back and ride, and you just give it to the cast member when you come back up to the line.
And it's really, really helpful. So that way you're not like just standing around in lines all day and one person only gets to go on rides and that sort of thing. So it's kind of makes it easier for you. So that's the second thing. Now, third information that you might want to have are rides in Disneyland and California Adventure that your babies can go on. All ages can go on, so that you don't have to limit your experience with your small children. There are things that they can go on, even little infants and babies. There are rides that they can go on. So some of those rides in Disneyland are pretty much all of the Fantasyland rides. Basically, almost all of those are available for any age, any size child to go on, as long as you're holding them or they're on your lap. They can go on Pinocchio and Snow White and Dumbo and It's a Small World. They can go on the Finding Nemo ride. They can go on away from Fantasyland in the other lands. They can go on the Haunted Mansion. They can go on Pirates of the Caribbean, and they can go on Winnie the Pooh in Critter Country. There's just quite a lot of rides that, as long as the baby is on your lap, they can go on, and they can experience some of the magic too. They don't have to just sit in their stroller or in their baby Bjorn or their carrier or whatever, however you're transporting them around the park. They can actually enjoy some of the stuff.
Here's my son on Mark Twain's riverboat. Here he is meeting Winnie the Pooh with his uncle. Here's my daughter when she was a year old riding the carousel in Fantasyland. Here's my niece and my daughter when they were playing at Goofy's house on his playground. And here's my daughter waiting to go on the Jungle Cruise.
Music, the sounds, the sights, he enjoyed himself. He probably won't remember it, but seeing the smile on his face when he could hear the music and see characters and stuff, he absolutely enjoyed himself. So there are a lot of things that you can still do with a small child in Disneyland. There aren't as many options in California Adventure. I think they can go on Mike and Sully to the Rescue, and a couple of other things, but most of the things that the small children can ride on are in Disneyland specifically, not California Adventure. But yeah, so it's worth it to be able to take them and see their reaction, see them enjoy themselves, and not just have to be left out of all the fun. More convenient for you if you have small children and you're going into the parks is the character meals that are available in the parks. Now there is 3 or 4 different places that have character meals, and with children They're a little more expensive. Usually they're buffet style, so you get plenty of food. Everybody kind of has a lot of different options, but the characters all walk around. And my toddler, my daughter, absolutely loved it. All the characters coming up to her, and they walk around and make the rounds and stuff. They make sure they see all the kids that are in there. If you have a child who is kind of scared of the characters, I wouldn't recommend doing something like this. The first time we took my daughter, she was only a year and a half old, and at that point she was kind of scared by the characters, so we did not do that. But this last time that we went, she was almost 3, so now she's warmed up to them, and it's more magical for her. She actually gets to experience, and she's not scared. So first of all, the first character meal that I would recommend is Minnie Mouse's character breakfast at the Plaza Inn. Now, for an adult, it's $29.99, and for kids ages 3 to 9, it's $13.99, which isn't that bad. It's a buffet-style breakfast. The food that they offer for breakfast is amazing. There's tons and tons of different options, things to drink, things to eat, and all the characters walk around. It's wonderful. We really enjoyed ourselves. My niece and nephew were also with us, and some other family were also with us, and everybody enjoyed themselves. Everyone enjoyed the food. We all thought it was well worth the amount of money that we paid to go and do this character breakfast. So I highly recommend Minnie Mouse's breakfast at the Plaza Inn.
Here's my daughter and my niece meeting Minnie Mouse herself, and one of my daughter's favorites, Tigger, and his pal Eeyore, the fairy godmother from Cinderella, Chip and Dale, and so many more characters.
If you can't go to breakfast or you're not a breakfast person, the next character meal that I recommend is the dinner buffet at Goofy's Kitchen. Now, Goofy's Kitchen is not inside Disneyland or California Adventure. It's actually located at the Disneyland Hotel in downtown Disney. The dinner there starts at $35 for adults and $15 for children 3 to 9. However, it's a little pricier than the breakfast, but the experience is very similar. Different characters walk around, they come up and they see your children, just like at Minnie Mouse Breakfast, only it's dinner time. So the food that they offer at the Disneyland Hotel at Goofy's Kitchen is like lunch and dinner type food, macaroni and cheese, pizza, all sorts of different things. They had a very wide variety, very good spread of food. All of it was delicious. Everyone had something that they could eat that they liked, and all the characters walking around were amazing. It was really fun. So if you want to do dinner, I recommend Goofy's Kitchen. So that is the end. That's all I have today for recommendations for going into Disneyland with small children. However, there's lots and lots and lots of other information, so if you have anything that you have questions about or anything in particular that you would like more information on, feel free to ask your questions or comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for coming and watching my video today, and I hope to see you next time real soon. Talk to you later. Bye!
Thanks for watching the many adventures of Mama Tove. Please like and subscribe.